What's going on, you guys? It's your host, Galadon, and yes, doing some team battles, some clan battles, and right here I've got Clash on Gone YouTube, Fars Attack, and BFA YouTube. So some fantastic YouTubers that I've been able to pair up with, team up with. Make sure you check them out as well, because we're all putting out all sorts of interesting videos talking about clan battles that are just... well, it's a crazy, crazy game mode, and I am loving it. It is a lot of fun, and one of the reasons, hey, if you're not the best, maybe your opponent can carry you a little bit. You never know. But no, honestly, you guys, it comes down to the synergy of the cards. We always talk about synergy between an individual decks, but imagine when you've got two decks, the variety of units you can bring, or of course you can both bring some of the same cards and go with a massive Elite Barbarian, Royal Giant push, double the aggravation and double the pain. But anyway, there's going to be a lot of different strategies that evolve out of this. There's going to be a meta. Obviously, there's going to be certain decks that just absolutely dominate. Things that you're always going to want to bring. A tank killer, obviously. It seems like there's a couple of different things that are developing early on, even before these clan battles have gone public. And that is, number one, splash damage is huge because you end up with these big groups of units. So anything from a tornado, especially, to a fireball, even to a rocket and a wizard, is just going to be massive for getting the damage done to large amounts of units at once. Because it also seems that early on, the strategy has been for both players to try to put together a massive push down one lane. Maybe that's not where we're headed. Maybe it needs to be one player focused more on defense, and then the other player trying to save his elixir up for that big strategic push. You know, elite barbs with a log, with a zap spell, with a fireball, something that's going to get those units to the tower. And that's the other reason that things like structures are going to be important, to be able to get those structures up so that you can prevent a simple push like elite barbs with a zap spell or a log or a fireball. You've got to pull them off and away from that tower. Right here, God and I having a lot of success trying to get just one elite barb to the tower. Can't do it, but we send in two more. Again, so crazy when you can see so many of the same unit running in. I'm definitely looking forward to, say, let's see, both teams drop Scar Me, both teams mirror it, both teams clone it. I like it. I like it. Save that strategy for me. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of those that come up, and you know that there's going to be some crazy videos. New world records will definitely emerge out of this. How many X, Y, Z can you get on the screen at once? How long can you make a battle last? And again, when people are able to team up, like we've heard about this possible update leak, talking about the idea of being able to select who your opponent is, can make for even more interesting battles. So right there, Fars Attack and BFA YouTube, nice enough to go easy on us. We're always throwing up the good game, Clash on Gone and I, and those guys were surprisingly quiet. But there's several different battles that I engaged in, and again, we just kind of rotated through. So this time, it was myself and Clash with Ash, and we were going up against Fars Attack and DizzyX. And we went for the double Hog Rider push right off the start. And now this log was a great log, but you'll notice, even with that big push, who gets there? Nobody, not a single strike on the tower. And those guys with a pretty good counter right there, just the tombstone and a few extra units, and we could not get a single Hog Rider on the tower. Now, of course, I decided to try to bring what were considered the most aggravating cards in the game. I mean, you see three of them right there. Elite Barbarian, Royal Giant, and Sparky. It was just kind of going for fun. Ideally, obviously, that's probably not the best deck, but I just wanted to rotate through to the most ugly, hated, despised, disliked, raged against cards in the game. And from what I hear from you guys, those are kind of the top three. Obviously, the structures always generate the hate, the mortar and the expo. But as far as troops, definitely the Royal Giant, Elite Barbs, and Sparky. We just need a Royal Elite Giant Sparky Barb, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so we're working into the last minute 40 or so. Again, you guys, please do share down below your strategies as far as what you think is going to work. I want to hear what is going to be effective, and I'm definitely looking for future updates to include things like team rankings. There'll be, I guarantee you, things like that are going to come to Clash Royale in the future. We will be able to see which two players in the world are the best at team battles. It's just a matter of time before this gets introduced. because I feel like the anticipation has been huge for team battles, and the encouragement from the community to keep team battles in the game on a permanent basis is also going to be amazing. You know that there's going to be an esports evolution out of this. We're going to see team battles. We're going to see big tournaments that involve team players. Anytime you can bring in people that have to cooperate together, it adds a whole new aspect to the game, and also the necessity pretty much for voice chat. That was something we learned very quickly here in these battles. Such a huge help to be able to talk to your teammate, to communicate what you have up next, what you want to put together, and I feel like that gave whatever team was doing it a big advantage in here, because there's nothing worse than dropping a big heavy elixir troop, a lava hound, a golem, maybe a giant skeleton on one side while your opponent decides he wants to push from the other. It's almost never going to work, and in this case, Ash and I were not communicating, and it made things pretty difficult. Now, that is a Sparky elite barb push down the right-hand side, but simultaneously on the left, you've got the graveyard doing a lot better damage over there. Ash is going to drop... Wait, was that me? That's Ash. I don't even know anymore. The poison spell on the left-hand side, the freeze on the right, but in comes the rocket. And the rocket, the dirty rocket, let me tell you, that right there is what we're seeing a lot of early on. I feel like because it's easier to defend, you can defend against troop pushes. Obviously, direct spell damage, you're not going to be able to stop. So maybe we'll see even more of the rocket mirrors. We're already seeing a lot of rockets in the current single-player meta. Just wait until this comes out. Now, I don't know if this will affect troop balancing as directly, unless it becomes a permanent mode. And who knows, if it becomes popular enough, troops might even be balanced for 2v2, slightly different than 1v1. You really never know where the future is headed for Clash Royale, and it's one of the beautiful things about the Clash Royale design team is they're keeping us guessing every single update. There's no way anybody predicted a bandit with this exact dash skill that we see here. Just wait till the Night Witch is up and running. We've got the heal spell, and that's just the beginning of 2017. So much more to come. This game is just going to get deeper and deeper, and you know there are other new game modes that are in the works as well. So this time, yes, we brought the graveyard. I am alongside Far's Attack this time. So now it's Galadon and Far's Attack versus BFA and Dragon Stake. More fantastic YouTuber content to check out. Maybe it's not in English, but that's okay. Still go check those guys out. They've got some amazing strategy, and I would definitely expect to see these guys in the next big international tournament. They are a lot of fun to hang out with and a lot of fun to try these battles with. This again was on the developer server, so not the actual live game, but the live game obviously is coming soon, and people are going to have a lot of fun with this. Probably the most anticipated addition to Clash Royale since the game has come out. This right here, probably along the lines of Clan Wars being added to Clash of Clans. So get ready, you guys. It's going to completely change the game, and I feel like it's going to draw a lot more people in to want to play even more. But early on, from what we've seen in strategy-wise, sitting back on defense and doing a lot of damage, either through the poison, the graveyard, anything that gets straight to the tower, seems like it's pretty strong right now, and again, splash damage. So there's going to be different camps that believe in sending big tanks, camps that believe in sitting back and sending lightning spells and mirrored rockets across. Clash on Gun, calling you out. Anyway, it is going to be fun either way, and the battles have been absolutely nuts. The only thing is the accrual of elixir is slow, and it makes the game kind of painful during the first 2 minutes. But imagine when they go to something like a double elixir clan insanity challenge, and you've got double elixir the entire time. It's just going to be over the top. Right here, Far's Attack and myself doing well, trying to get there once again with Sparky. All sorts of disaster on the playing field. Big push on the right-hand side. But check out how one set of arrows just completely annihilated everything out of that big push except for the golem. That is it for the golem. That is it for the push. And now, unfortunately, just going to be a little bit of direct damage. Going to wipe these guys out, and we take another win. There goes the rocket. Okay, so we trolled them just a little bit. Trolled their King's Tower. Check out all those hit points on it. We will get there eventually, but again, it was a lot of fun. These guys, very good sports. We've won a lot of battles, but we also lost a lot of battles, and you guys will be able to see all sorts of different combinations on these other guys' channels. For now, that is going to wrap up this episode, and get ready for team battles, clan battles, whatever you guys want to call it. They're coming to Clash Royale. I'm going to open up the max level clan battle chest. Is the drama real? Well, it's not exactly the most epic chest you've ever seen, but it is a max level clan battle chest. We're going to open it up. 27 heal spells. That's right. And the legendary. So it works out pretty well. Good percentage chance of getting a legendary, at least for me, because I'm charmed, you know. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. That makes you guys the true hashtag GalaFam members. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and make sure you come back again tomorrow because you're subscribed for more full attacks. Gallydog, if you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe back to you with 6 accounts. I promise. For reals.